The confidence secret nobody taught you. Opening hook. Have you ever looked at someone who seems naturally confident and wondered what they have that you don't? Maybe you've watched them walk into a room with ease, speak their mind without hesitation, or pursue opportunities without being paralyzed by fear. And perhaps you've thought to yourself, I wish I could be like that. For years, most people believe confidence is something you're either born with or without. They assume confident people have some special gift that the rest of us simply never received. But what if everything you've been told about confidence is wrong? What if the real secret to confidence is something nobody ever taught you? By the end of this video, you'll discover why confidence has felt so difficult to build and the simple truth that can change the way you see yourself forever. The hidden struggle. If you're like many people, you've spent years battling self-doubt. You second-guess your decisions. You replay conversations in your head long after they've ended. You worry about what other people think. You compare yourself to people who seem more successful, attractive, intelligent, or accomplished. And slowly, without even realizing it, you begin to believe that you're not enough. The problem is that society often teaches confidence in the wrong way. We're told to speak louder, stand taller, act fearless, pretend to be confident until we become confident. But these strategies often feel exhausting because they focus on appearances rather than the real issue. The truth is that many people who appear confident on the outside are struggling internally just like everyone else. Confidence isn't about never feeling afraid. It's not about being perfect. It's not about having all the answers. And once you understand this, everything begins to change. The big idea. Here's the confidence secret nobody taught you. Confidence is not the cause of action. Confidence is the result of action. Most people wait until they feel confident before they act. They tell themselves, I'll apply for that job when I feel ready. I'll start that business when I feel more confident. I'll speak up when I stop feeling nervous. I'll pursue my dreams when I believe in myself. But confidence doesn't arrive first. Action comes first. Confidence follows. Think about it. Nobody learns to swim before getting into the water. Nobody becomes a great speaker before speaking. Nobody develops confidence in their abilities without first testing those abilities. Confidence is built through evidence. Every small action becomes proof that you are capable. And the more evidence you collect, the stronger your confidence becomes. A story that changes everything. Let me tell you about a man named David. At 48 years old, David felt stuck. He had spent most of his life playing it safe. Whenever opportunities appeared, he found reasons not to take them. He worried about failure. He worried about embarrassment. He worried about making mistakes. As a result, years passed without much change. One day, David looked back on his life and realized something painful. His biggest regrets weren't his failures. His biggest regrets were the chances he never took, the conversations he never had, the dreams he never pursued, the opportunities he avoided because he didn't feel confident enough. That realization hit him hard. For the first time, he understood that waiting for confidence wasn't protecting him. It was limiting him. So he made a decision. Instead of waiting to feel confident, he would start acting despite his fear. The first step was small. He spoke up during a meeting. His voice shook. His heart raced. But he survived. A few days later, he introduced himself to someone new. Again, he felt nervous. Again, nothing.
Week after week, he continued taking small actions. And something remarkable happened. His confidence started growing. Not because fear disappeared, but because he kept proving to himself that fear didn't have to control him. Years later, people described David as highly confident. What they didn't see was that his confidence was built one uncomfortable action at a time. Lesson 1. Stop waiting for permission. One of the biggest confidence killers is waiting for permission. Many people spend their lives waiting for someone else to tell them they're good enough. Waiting for approval. Waiting for validation. Waiting for recognition. Waiting for certainty. But confidence grows when you stop waiting for permission and start giving yourself permission. Permission to try. Permission to learn. Permission to fail. Permission to improve. Nobody can grant you the confidence you're searching for. That power already belongs to you. The moment you stop asking for permission and start taking ownership of your life, confidence begins to grow. Lesson 2. Keep promises to yourself. Every promise you break to yourself weakens your self-trust. When you say you'll exercise tomorrow but don't. When you say you'll start that project next week but postpone it. When you repeatedly ignore your own commitments, you begin sending yourself a dangerous message. My word doesn't matter. Confidence is deeply connected to self-trust, and self-trust grows when your actions match your intentions. Start small. Make promises you can keep, then keep them consistently. Each time you do, you strengthen your belief in yourself, and confidence naturally follows. Mid-video retention booster. But the next lesson may be the one that changes everything, because many people unknowingly destroy their confidence every single day without realizing it. Lesson 3. Change the way you speak to yourself. Imagine having a friend who constantly criticized you. Every mistake you made, they pointed it out. Every failure, they reminded you. Every weakness, they magnified. You probably wouldn't spend much time around that person. Yet many people speak to themselves this way every day. They become their own harshest critic. Confidence cannot grow in an environment of constant self-attack. The words you repeatedly tell yourself become the beliefs you carry. Instead of saying, "I'm not good enough," try saying, "I'm still learning." Instead of saying, "I always fail," try saying, "I'm improving with every experience." The goal isn't false positivity. The goal is honest encouragement. Speak to yourself the way you would speak to someone you care about. Lesson 4. Stop comparing yourself to everyone else. Comparison is one of the fastest ways to destroy confidence. Social media makes this even worse. Every day, we're exposed to carefully edited versions of other people's lives. We see their highlights, their victories, their achievements, but we rarely see their struggles, their fears, their failures. Comparing your real life to someone else's highlight reel is unfair. Your journey is unique. Your timeline is unique. Your challenges are unique. The only person you need to be better than is the person you were yesterday. True confidence grows when you focus on your own progress rather than competing with everyone around you. Lesson 5. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. This may be the most important lesson of all. Growth and comfort rarely exist together. Every meaningful achievement requires stepping outside your comfort zone. The conversation you're avoiding, the opportunity you're afraid to pursue, the challenge you're hesitant to accept. These are often the exact experiences that build confidence. Every time you face discomfort voluntarily, you send yourself a powerful message. I can handle difficult things. And that belief changes everything. Confidence isn't the absence of discomfort. It's the willingness to move forward despite discomfort. The transformation. Imagine what your life could look like 1 year from now if you applied these lessons consistently. Imagine trusting yourself more, speaking with greater confidence, taking opportunities instead of avoiding them, making decisions without endless overthinking, standing tall or not because you're pretending to be confident, but because you've earned confidence through action. Imagine looking back and realizing that fear no longer controls your choices, that self-doubt no longer dictates your future, that you become someone who acts despite uncertainty. That transformation is possible, not because you're special, not because you're lucky, but because confidence is a skill, and skills can be learned. Emotional conclusion. The confidence secret nobody taught you is surprisingly simple. Confidence is not something you find. It's something you build. You build it every time you take action despite fear. You build it every time you keep a promise to yourself. You build it every time you choose growth over comfort. You build it every time you refuse to let self-doubt have the final word. Remember this. You do not need more confidence to begin. You need to begin in order to build confidence. The person you want to become is waiting on the other side of the actions you've been afraid to take. Start small. Start imperfectly, but start today, because your future confidence is being built by the choices you make right now. If this message resonated with you, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share in the comments one action you're going to take this week to build your confidence. And remember, your story is not finished yet. Your best chapter may still be ahead of you.